YouTube, how you doing? I am back with another video, and it is decision day part 2 for Married at First Sight. Let's get right on into it. Vanessa, Neil, and Sam waking up the morning of decision day. Let's start off with Neil and Sam. Neil and Sam, they wake up, and they're just kind of there, if you ask me, in my opinion. Sam asked how Neil feels, and he was like, he's nervous, but he's calm, cool, and collective about it. She's just like a ball of nerves, and it reflects and it shows. As they're getting dressed, in Neil's confessionals, he's really saying that he sways from one side to another, but he's really steadfast in his decision. Real calm, real cool, real collective. She's like, I just don't know what he's gonna say. I really want this to work out. I got into it for the long haul. Blase. So moving on to Tre and Vanessa. They wake up. Tre admits that he hasn't really had that much sleep. Vanessa says she's more anxious than she is nervous. They go ahead and they get dressed. You know, it seems like it's a little tension there. But they're getting dressed. He asked her he asked her about a tie, and she was like, wear whatever you like, sweetheart, or something like to that event. And they are on their way riding along, and they seem pretty cool and collective going into decision day, but a ball of nerves all at the same time. So first up is Tre and Vanessa. They asked them about marriage. Vanessa says that marriage is a lot of compromise. Tre says it's about communication. So they go in and they ask the question, Vanessa, would you like to stay married or would you like to get divorced? So she goes in and gives him all these compliments. You know, he's a nice guy, he's attractive, blase. And then she comes with this big but. And I instantly, I don't know about you, got nervous because I was like, this is my couple. This is, of all the ones I'm sure that's going to stay together, this is my couple. She says, but, and then she says she wants to stay married. So you can see on Dr. Pepper and Greg, I believe that's his name, his face, they were kind of anxious too. So then they go on to Tre, and this is why they should have stayed together right here. He does the same thing. She's like, she's very attractive. We had a lot of ups. We had a few downs. I really thank you for making your decision. When he said that, I was just like, boy, don't you do it. But he was like, I'm happy that you said yes. And then he says, I'm right along with you. Dr. Pepper, she let out that, because we were all nervous, because yeah, they made us nervous with these answers. I understand trying to be calm, cool, professional, but come on, just yes, we're together, we love. I mean, Tre says he started to fall for her. I mean, we knew that this was our couple to stay together, but they just wanted to put us on pins and needles. So it's decision day for Neil and Samantha, and they get down and they get to meet with. They come down and they get to meet with Dr. Pepper and Dr. Joseph. Yay for me, remember these experts' names in this video. Woo! Sidebar. They sit down and they ask the question, what did they learn out of the marriage? For Samantha, she said what everybody thought, that she learned that in the beginning of this experiment that she was a stone cold bee. Yes, you were. And that she learned how abrupt and how rough she came off, and she's learned to fix her communication in that way. She feels like Neil has made her a better person, and that's why she felt. Neil felt that Sam, when they asked Neil this question, Neil felt like he had grown to learn that his personality was very different. He learned a lot about himself. He learned a lot about his communication, and that's what he learned from this experience. So it's decision time, and they asked Samantha first. We've had a lot of ups and downs. I feel in the last couple of weeks we've had more ups. I've learned to care about someone else, basically, she says. And her decision is to stay married. And then she gets real emotional because she thinks he's going to ask for a divorce. So Neil comes in and he says that he's real committed to this relationship. They have had a lot of ups and downs, but he's real steadfast in his decision. And it sounds really positive till he says he wants to get a divorce. Even though Sam had this in her head that he was going to probably ask for a divorce, that did not go over well with Samantha at all. Girl hopped up off that couch, ran out, started screaming and crying. Dr. Pepper was like, Neil was like, he didn't know what to do. First he was going to run. Dr. Pepper was like, no, let me go. She ran behind him and she's like, I ran behind her, sorry. I know, it's really hard, but I mean, it's just going to make you a strong person. All that lovely Dr. Mumbo Jumbo, she was trying to comfort her. Eventually, Sam just kind of... Alright, so we go back and recap the couples after they've made their decision. They go back to David and Ashley because David and Ashley really weren't a part of this episode because they have already made their decision not to be together. But, and they kind of showed some of this last week, but we'll go ahead and recap it. They go back to the house and David has basically had it. The blinders are off. He is upset and he does not care if he's showing it. He comes in and he goes straight in and he starts packing his stuff. I gotta get out of here. He asks her if she wants the wedding album. She does her this, okay? I'll take it. They have this other picture. He's like, you can have this since I took the wedding album. He erased the board. She wants to try to have a conversation with him. And in his confessional, he says, well, we're all been thinking, you had 6 weeks to talk to this man. Why all of a sudden when you see he upset and he is ready to go, you want to have a conversation? You be like, well, we did go through this together. Yes, no, not really. He went through it by himself and you did what you needed to do. But yeah, David and Ashley, it was not going to end well. She kept trying to talk to him. He's like, I'm single now. I can do what's best for me. And the best thing for me is to leave and walk out that door. Kudos, David, because Ashley got on our nerves, or at least my nerves, this whole season. So then they move on to Neil and Samantha. It's been a couple of days. They're meeting up at the house. Neil's still packing up his stuff, but Sam comes in and just talks to him and leaves, basically. But she is so much in a better place. She looks better. She says she's going to Costa Rica. She says she learned a lot about herself. She's happy that he learned about himself. She thinks that she changed after week 3 after they talked to her dad. And, you know, she's glad for the experience. They were able to give each other hugs. So Neil and Samantha, they learned a lot about themselves in their experience in this experiment. So I'm very excited about that. Alright, so they end with Tre and Vanessa. They are coming back home from their decision day, and Nola meets them at the door. They come in and they just start acting like a regular couple. She's straightening up the kitchen, putting up some dishes. He is taking out the trash. He comes back with the mail, and then he has this box, and he's like, the mail finally came, and she looks at it, and it says Nola Russell, which I thought was so cute. And she was like, is this for Nola? And he gives her the box. Let's try this again. And so she goes down on the couch with Nola and opens the box, and he bought her a collar, which made her really glow because it made her feel like they are a family. Her, him, and Nola. And they are, in her confessional, she says, life without the camera, she hopes that it's going to be just as easy as it was with the camera. That's when their life begins, and hopefully the marriage lasts for a long time. They kick the cameras out, and that is the end of this episode of Married at First Sight. I am so excited that two of my predictions are right. I was really on the fence about Neil and Samantha. The 6-month check-in is next week, which is always an exciting show. This time they're doing it a little different. They're having it looks like they're going to have one-on-one interviews instead of them having like a show with the experts in the panel and the couples come out individually and then all together. But we will see next week how that goes. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Well, I thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not. I do other videos, hair, makeup. My channel is just kind of like a gumbo of everything that I like to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and I will see you later. Bye.